Okay, so in the spirit of now announcing the biggest censorship Nazi since Onision, let's do this, because you know what? You know, I woke up from an awesome party with the Toronto MJ fan group last night, and came on the groups online, and had to find out that Mike made a new video. I watched about 4 minutes of it, and thought I have to fucking reply to this. So let's do this. But before I do, you are an asshole, Mike. You are the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. You have not been slandered. You have slandered, threatened, and harassed people, and you've done it to me specifically, and I have proved that. You have gone through and censored 3 of my fucking videos. You know what? I'm taking a stand against you. I'm not deleting shit off my channel anymore. I'm taking a stand against you. And if I get suspended for it, then so be it. And why? Because morality is more important than my channel. I'm going to prove who you are. And the fact that you censored the freaking video with the proof just because I showed your face in it, you censored the sociopath video because it proves who you are. You even censored the Wade supporters' illegal conduct video. I didn't even friggin' swear in that video. And just because, so what? What? There's no swearing in it. So why didn't you like it? Oh, is it because I proved who you were? You little censorship Nazi bastard. What the fuck is your problem? Anybody who doesn't fucking agree with you, you try and take down. Yeah, let's see how much you've been fucking slandered.
What? My name's Mike.
What? My name is Mike. I'm guessing you're talking to your parents. Okay, so you do live in your parents' basement. Okay, we got that down.
For a Facebook page to support Wade Robson. For those who don't know who Wade Robson is, he's a very established choreographer.
Yeah, he's very established after being fired and let go from everything he's been on.
And he's also the latest accuser of Michael Jackson, claiming child sexual abuse. He is the 4th accuser of Michael Jackson at this point, and the page is designed to show support for Wade, for past victims of possible.
I've never seen someone more nervous than you while talking in my life. See, the thing is, a lot of people who are not used to talking on camera will say a lot, and that's true. But I can hear it in your voice. Your voice is very shaky and nervous because you know that everything you're saying is complete bullshit, and you also know there's people like me out there who know that you're bullshitting and will make videos like this to prove it. The only reason you make these videos, despite people like me being out here, is because you feel you have to do something, or else you're going to look like even more of a fraud.
Accusers of Michael Jackson, and maybe even future accusers of Michael Jackson. It's also for people to.
I love how he acts like he knows there'll be future accusers.
Come and rally for Wade, and also to rally for each other. It's also there for people that will be the survivors of abuse and sort of need a place to sort of
victim players of abuse.
To come together and rally, for one person. I just want to say that
rally for one person, yes, because a real victim of abuse really only cares about one other person. God, you unempathetic asshole. You should care about a group. You should go on real victim websites, not make a stupid page directed towards one person and then insult another one person. I wonder who that could be. Oh, and every single person in the world who supports that person.
This particular video is going to be sort of...
You know, I'm shocked you actually got a better camera, but your smoke detector is still broken. Maybe you can go and put a battery in that. I also noticed you record as a different area of your house so that the smoke detector noise isn't as loud. Well, I can still fucking hear it. You know, that must be why you're so insane. That thing is like Chinese fucking water torture.
Be somewhat of an update of what's going on with the page. I'm actually very proud of what's happening.
I'm so proud of harassing everyone in the world, threatening everyone in the world, bullying everyone in the world, not posting a single solitary status about Wade, deleting every status that makes me look bad because Matt pointed it out, still having 20 subscribers on YouTube, and buying 13,000 fake people. Oh, I'm so proud. So fucking proud.
We are now at roughly, if you're looking at numbers, 20,500 likes.
20.
Climbing.
20. 20.
By little, we're sort of, etching away and getting bigger and bigger.
20.
The likes to me are somewhat important, but what's more important is the exposure.
Of course the likes to you are important. The likes to you are important. The number of likes is important. Not the amount of people that are actually there. Not the amount of support that's actually there. Not the amount of notoriety you have. It's not the number. You just like seeing 13000. You just like having a big fucking number. That's all you care about.
The more people that like the page, the more people you can sort of get to with the page, and you can sort of have a broader audience that will bring people in to help advocate for Wade Robson. And
Fuck off.
It's doing very, very well, which is quite pleasing. The other thing I want to say is thank you to the people who have been part of the page. It's not just me. I've had people.
Thank you to all of my other slanderers. Thank you to Alfonso Soriano, who has been literally trolling the YouTube community since 2005. Thank you to Jasmine, who probably is a victim, but likes to go around and troll people who don't believe she's one, because that fucking matters. And thank you to Howard, who is basically Alfonso in disguise. Thank you guys so fucking much.
But I have Jasmine as a moderator, and I have a whole lot of other people that have been very supportive in showing.
I have a whole lot of 18 other people.
Support. And by posting the comments and sort of articles and videos, and people sometimes will message me with certain information that I don't know about.
Bullshit.
And I also want to thank sites like MJ Info and also Desiree Speaks. Sometimes I go through them and get information, and it's been very, very valuable. And I definitely appreciate you letting me do that. The other
letting you do that, it's just a fucking website.
Going on that I want to talk about is we received a nice message from Wade Robson himself. This actually happened on August 23rd, and the message states, "I appreciate your and all of the others' support to no end. Thank you, love, and aloha, Wade."
Aloha. Aloha as I'm in Hawaii surfing the waves and not giving a fuck about your group whatsoever.
We also put a nice little passage here saying, "All truth passes through 3 stages. First it is ridiculed, second it is violently opposed, third it is accepted as self-evident."
There's something terribly wrong with that passage. First of all, one of the reasons why I said I thought you made up this whole entire comment is because that passage dangerously replicates your little vase status a while back. It's just the whole idea. Seems like something that you would write. Additionally, it's opposed first. Oh, sorry, ridiculed and opposed. Sorry, it's ridiculed first. Usually it would go, you don't believe it, then you insult it, then it becomes true. Why the fuck would you insult it, then oppose it, then... That makes no fucking sense. Opposing has to be the first thing, you stupid cunt. So yeah, you made up the quote, okay? Just admit it.
At this point, people don't know where we're at. We're at the violently opposed part. We'll probably be there for a little bit, which is something I...
Well, at least you acknowledge that you're actually in step 1, not step 2, because you're opposed, because you're definitely not being ridiculed. You just think you are because you're a victim player.
Really didn't expect when I first came into this.
You didn't expect. You didn't expect that if you threaten, harass people, beg them for their personal information, threaten them with their employers and where they live, bully people, censor down their videos, you didn't expect people to retaliate?
I thought there would be a little bit of a sort of a backlash, but I didn't realize it was going to be so vocal in the sense of how it's coming and sort of the way it's coming. But in some ways, it's good learning. Episode, and it's sort of a good way to
definitely a good learning episode, and people like me put my fucking foot up your ass.
And it's making the page stronger and me stronger, and I'm very, very grateful.
It's making the page get more fake likes, and it's allowing me to screw with more people's heads. Yes.
That I have people that support the page, and
a few people
that are sort of rallying around Wade and getting us to become stronger and better.
Not better.
The next thing I want to talk about is obviously we have the In Plain Sight series. I'm loosely calling it a series because my sort of video skills have been questioned, and rightfully so. I'm definitely not a videographer.
Rightfully so. You see, actually, if your video has good information, then it doesn't really matter how bad the recording is. You see, your information sucked, and the noise of that video and the smoke detector and the uhs every 2 seconds just gave me a fucking putrid, bulging migraine. This has nothing to do with your video editing skills, even though there was no editing in the video. It's just the fact that you're a creepy bastard.
For me, it's more about the information, but I am working to try to, I just got some video software I'm going to try to see if I can play around with to get into the videos to be a little bit more, stable, and you can hear it better. And but it's going good in the sense that we're getting information out, and sort of.
We're getting information out, all of which has no reliable sources, no truth in it, no backup, no evidence, nothing whatsoever besides the cavernous depths of my own ass covered in putrid bullshit.
My view of why I believe.
Exactly, your view, why you believe it to be true, not why a normal person with a working brain will believe it to be true.
Michael Jackson did commit crimes against children. And, I'm trying to do it in a step-by-step process, and little by little I'm adding to it, and hopefully people are logging in and seeing it and getting some information that maybe, from a different side, different viewpoint. The other great thing is that we are starting a sort of new part of the campaign, which is I printed some flyers, going around posting these things here.
What a piece of crap. And what a narcissistic, sociopathic flyer. Let's read, actually he reads it to you, but let's look at this piece of shit. Okay. It's not centered. You should really center the flyer. A shitty little printed picture of him as a boy for the sole purpose of trying to manipulate people into feeling sorry for him. If you care how those who claim abuse are treated, join the oh wait. Where does it say it? Oh, all because of who he is accusing. I love how you don't tell people who it is, because you knew that if you said Michael Jackson, nobody would listen to a fucking thing you have to say. Nobody's gonna care what you have to say anyway. But just the fact that you purposely avoid writing down Michael Jackson shows that you know that if you did write it, people wouldn't give a shit and they'd tell you to go fuck yourselves. Kind of like how Brett Barnes told you to go the fuck away and you still continue to harass him, you nutcase.
And if you read here, it says, the boy who's now a man needs that support. He has claimed abuse and is deliberately receiving empathy, compassion, and strength. He has received ridicule, hate, and threats, all because of who he is accusing. However, we can change that. Like and share this page, and it gives the address, and then it says, if you care about those who claim abuse, how they're treated, join the fight. We cannot let another accuser be silenced. And, it's doing research. Finding that, yes, there have been other people that have come out and sort of received some of this sort of ridicule. I know when the Sandusky sort of thing hit first on, there was definitely people that were sort of vehemently against some of the accusers and doubting them, and I also know...
What? Sandusky actually is a pedophile. Like, did you not see that little interview where they asked him if you're sexually attracted to boys, and he actually hesitated. He's like, attracted? Oh no. The reaction, kind of like your reactions.
The sort of church scandal hit with Father Porter and all that sort of stuff, there was definitely a lot of that going on, and even with the Savile sort of case, Jimmy Savile. But I'm going to be very honest, even researching those cases, what's happening to Wade is unprecedented. It's just sort of, let's attack, and not let up. And, it's rather very disparate.
If you think video is like mine, that I just sit here talking to a camera, telling the facts, using body language analysis and basic psychology to point out flaws in both Wade's story and logic, and his emotionless attitude, and the fact that you have done many illegal things such as slander, stalk, and bully people, if you think that makes me the bullier and my side the bulliers, then you need serious psychological evaluation, and you belong in a padded room in a straitjacket.
Great to see, but with things like this getting out in sort of the public, some people have asked for a file of this, and if you need a sort of like a PDF file, please let me know. I can forward that to you, and the idea is to go to your, your local community centers. Go to your churches. Go to your, colleges. Go to places where people congregate that might see that.
Do it for me, because I never leave my fucking house except to take a picture in the bathroom of a goddamn McDonald's.
And really be touched by it. There are going to be people who are going to look at that and say, you know what, I don't believe them. I'm not supporting this, and they'll go to their Vindicate Michael sites or whatever, and just ignore it completely. But there are going to be...
I know it hurts you so much that people don't support you, but you can't take your anger for that out on those people. You can't censor people and harass them because they don't agree with you. We have freedom of speech in this world to some extent, barely, but we do, and you cannot be some kind of a Nazi and take that from us.
I think many people that will look at that and understand where we're coming from. I think that there are more people out there that will understand what that flyer represents than not. So that's the second part of the campaign. It's beginning, and
post that flyer on a light post or something in your town. Go about a block away so you can still see it. Stand there for about 10 minutes, and someone will literally take a shit on it. They'll rip it off. They'll throw it in a sewer. Yeah, you'll see.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be a very exciting time. I'm looking forward to
causing a lot of havoc and chaos within my town. I'm so excited to piss even more people off outside of YouTube.
Really, getting people active. The other things that are coming, I have some new ads coming out that hopefully will be on Facebook and YouTube. This has been very important. For those that say the likes are all bought and they're all phony and fake, and people don't realize is I actually do ads on YouTube, and they run...
You're such a fucking bullshitter! The ads, the likes are fake, and I'll tell you why, okay? You can say all you want that they're real because you do ads and you do lots of advertising, but actually that's not why we're calling the likes fake, buddy. It looks like you missed out on our point. They're fake because each status you get never gets above 20 likes. If you had 13,000 real people, even 1,000 real people, each status you make would get a minimum of maybe 30 likes and 30 or so comments.
Periodically, in the sort of a steam ad that will run before a video, and we'll talk about a certain point that I have to make, and we'll talk about the Facebook page, and we've gotten actually a lot of people from those sources, and also I do Facebook. You can actually boost a post if you think a post actually...
By the way, while talking about this particular part, you sound way more nervous and like, you don't sound very confident while you're talking about it. Again, more proof that you're bullshitting.
The read sort of message, I'm boosting that to let people know that he's contacted us, and people that want to be actively involved, and let them know that, and then, and we, again, things like flyers and things, and it's that sort of chipping away at the that iceberg that eventually you find that you finally will hit what you need to hit, and we're slowly but surely getting there, which is fantastic. I also want to talk a little bit about the calls. A lot of people...
And as soon as the topic finishes, his voice goes up, he sounds more confident, he talks faster, just like a person who's not lying.
When you do something like this, you're going to have what I call a lot of static. You're going to have people that obviously would oppose it and want to put the viewpoints out.
I like how he called it static. Hey, Nat, remember your joke about him being static?
And some people do it, will do it with somewhat dignity, and some people will do it very harshly and with no dignity.
Yeah, you.
And recently there's been videos posted that are basically attacking the site, attacking me personally.
You fucker, I'm not attacking you. I'm telling people the truth. I mean, maybe you can call the sociopath video an attack. Maybe. Even though it was actually more of a public service to be aware of you. But you can call it an attack because I'm calling you a name and I'm swearing. But the Wade supporters conduct illegal conduct video, I didn't swear once, I didn't insult once, I talked about screenshots I posted on the screen. Nothing but facts, and you flagged it. You're a censoring asshole, and you are the attacker, not me.
And I want to make a couple things very, very clear. There's some videos I've looked at where my sort of people are attacking whether I've been an abuse victim or not, which I find highly offensive. And for me to be posting this on YouTube, I have friends that know exactly what I'm doing. I have a family that knows exactly what I'm doing. This is not easy.
Then why are they not supporting you?
And
if you... The fuck? Shut up.
Part of why...
Shut up, I'm not talking to you right now. If you actually have all these people that you claim in real life, friends and family and all these supporters online, then how come I cannot ever see more than 20? How come on YouTube that 20 has never gone up? On Twitter, it's never gone past, I think, like 22 or 23 or whatever. On the Facebook page, I've never once seen anybody comment besides Anastasia, Lisa, Alfonso, and people like that. The haters who come to our pages and constantly slander us and write disgusting comments about rape and murder, which you clearly support, because if you didn't support it, you'd be telling them to shut the fuck up.
Page was when I first started it out of pure frustration because I didn't think Wade was really being heard properly. But several weeks after that,
really? Because proof came out that you've actually been an MJ hater long before Wade came out. Dig yourself out of that one.
We had a sort of an emotional break in the sense of that I had to get rushed to the emergency room, and I really had to deal with something which I knew was there, and I never forgotten it.
You know what, though? That's not the point. Even if you really are a victim, Mike, even if you really, truly are, that does not excuse the way you act and talk. I'm a victim too, not of sexual abuse, don't get me wrong, like I said before, but I'm a victim of many other kinds of abuse, all of which are worse than physical abuse. If you read any psychology textbook, you'd know that. I went through a phase for about 2 months in my life, might have been a bit longer than that, where I actually woke up every day crying. And do you know why I woke up crying? Because I fucking woke up. Try dealing with depression that fucking bad, where you were actually mad and upset to have woken up and not just let that sleep go forever. Try that, you fucking bastard.
And it was there all along, but I sort of, to protect the person that had done the abuse and to protect myself and my family, I sort of, pushed it back and never really discussed it. And unfortunately, that took a lot of years of my life. And at this point, I'm sort of coming to terms with that, and it's not easy. And like I said, you're going to see a lot of static and a lot of people. First of all, I never thought I would ever even have to address this, that someone would sort of, accuse me of making up abuse, because it's such it's such a wonderful thing to say that, it happened to you. It's rather...
So are you saying that making up abuse is completely unheard of? Well, actually, no, I'm not even going to bring Wade into this, or Chandler, or Arvizo. Remember that boy from 1995, who literally made up a story for the sole purpose of getting back at Michael? Don't believe me? Link below.
Sickening. But I also understand that doing this page, that there's going to be people out there that are just going to be that way, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I've given up on that. I'm going to be very honest with you. I've given up on the fact of maybe trying to, convert these people, or to try to sway a certain group of people that will never change, and a certain group of people that are going to act inappropriately no matter what.
Yes, you. No matter how much you claim to be an activist, you're going to continue to slander people, threaten people, censor people, harass people on Twitter. You're going to continue to do that no matter how much we tell you it's wrong.
And sort of will justify any means.
And illegal.
And I've been sort of somewhat quiet on this, but...
You didn't just fucking say that. You didn't. There's no way.
Unfortunately, seeing that my character's been know...
No. My character has been attacked. Mine, not yours. I never attacked you on a personal level, you piece of shit. I never did anything to involve you and your personal friends, or your personal family, or your fucking job. I never did any of that shit to you. I make videos pointing out the flaws in your stories. You attack us on a personal level. You actually directly harass people on Twitter. You threaten my job, and there's screenshots of you talking to fans telling them, I want your personal information. Get it through your fucking head.
My history's been attacked. And the page has been attacked. I do need to say that it's very disheartening to know that there are actually people out there that will stoop that low.
No, stoop that high. Okay, when all we're doing is pointing out the flaws in your story and the bad things you've done, it's perfectly reasonable. Now, Mike, if you weren't harassing people, threatening people, bullying people, threatening them with their personal information and their personal employers, then we wouldn't hate you so much. If you were just a supporter talking about abuse, we wouldn't be against you. So why don't you watch this video and get something through your fucking head? Stop threatening people, stop harassing people, stop bullying people, stop pressuring people for their personal information, stop threatening people with their jobs, and maybe, just maybe, we'll leave you the fuck alone.
But my advice is look at their videos and look at our videos and compare the two. And
yes, you'll see one side complete bullshit and one side truth. Oh, look at the truth. I mean, I don't want you to understand it, but please go look at it, just so you can get an idea.
We'll see that there's none of that in my videos. The only people I ever go after are the people that I feel that are in the media that are being irresponsible, are people that I feel...
I'm in the media? Cool, I didn't know that.
...that have just crossed the line. And
Really? So me making a response showing fact with screen caps crosses a bigger boundary than you contacting someone's fucking employers. I crossed a bigger boundary. Like I said, sociopath, no sense of boundaries, no sense of limitations. There you go, another trait.
You use their own words to get that message out. And you know, it's unfortunate, but it's part of the situation, unfortunately. But again, the good news is that the cause we are fighting for is, in my opinion, we're on the right side of history here. And
again, come my pretties of 20 people, continue to harass, stalk, threaten, wish rape and murder on all those who oppose us, just like in the Bible.
Even, and I even say this, even if we are, for some reason, it's found out that we're on the wrong side of history.
I'm a fucking full of shit.
The intent is
to completely ruin people's lives and support someone who's not telling the truth.
You know, but, you know, sometimes in life you have to get off the sidelines and get involved.
Sometimes you just have to listen to me because I'm Mike and I'm always right. Sometimes you just have to say, well, fuck my opinion. I'm gonna go listen to Mike's even though it has no relevance to anything.
Everything is a guarantee. And everything you're gonna do is gonna be, it's gonna be a sort of guarantee that you're on the right side or the wrong side. And sometimes you have to take a leap of faith.
And just support me even though you shouldn't.
This is what this site is. And
this page, exactly. This page is nothing but a leap of faith. It's jumping into oblivion and hoping you don't die.
I truly believe in what we're doing. I truly believe in Wade.
Of course you do, because you're a sociopath. You truly believe that everything you're doing is proper. You think it's proper to support someone with no proof. You think it's proper to go around harassing, bullying, threatening, and hurting people. You think that's perfectly fine because you're a pathological sociopath.
In the cause, and I'm hoping that more will join us. And we'll get bigger and stronger, and the voice will get louder and louder, and eventually it will be so loud
look at your flaws.
That, you know, all this
That'll break people's eardrums.
sort of other stuff that's going on the sidelines won't even be heard.
What?
So, I thank you again for watching this lengthy video here.
You're not welcome.
Around 15 minutes, it looks like. And I hope that you visit the site. And again, I'll have a link there. It's facebook.com/WadeRobson supporters.
And I'll make sure to buy 200 more likes to look like my video here. Got 200 people to join, even though it has 20 views. Oh, interesting, 20 views.
And I thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.
Fuck you.